Jody Rogers here on day 70 of our 100 Days to Creating a Clear 2020 Vision. Today's topic, give. It truly is better to give than to receive. And I know at this time of year, it seems like every time you turn around, someone's got their hands out, someone's asking you to give. But it often doesn't take much to give and to really change someone's day, change their Christmas, change their life. I mean, when the kids are doing a food drive at school, what is it to throw a can or a box of crackers into that basket? For most of us, that's nothing. But for the recipient, that could mean everything. That could mean the difference between an empty belly or a full belly and a better night's rest. So I do want to challenge you, just look for the little ways that you can give this season. And just think about the joy that you're going to bring to someone on the other end of that gift. Whether it's a toonie in the Salvation Army bucket as you enter the mall, or a canned good for your child's food drive, just look at how you can give. I want to share a little story that really touched me and reminded me how easy it was to make a big difference. My family, we support a boy at a kind of like an orphanage, not really an orphanage, a home where children are cared for in the day. And years ago, I was so busy in my job that I almost missed my opportunity to send a gift for Christmas. And at that time, it was easy just to buy something on Amazon, send it down to the States, and the team would drive across the border in Mexico and then deliver these gifts. And I think I waited until really the last minute before Amazon would get the gifts there before Christmas or before the deadline to collect the gifts. And I did it. I had my son help me pick out something because we were sponsoring a young boy. And after Christmas, I got this newsletter, and it shared a story of this family where this mother was so appreciative because she had just finished telling her kids on Christmas Eve how sorry she was that they weren't going to have gifts and beautiful food to celebrate because things were just so tight. But it was a blessing that they were together. The mom had been supported while her kids were being cared for in this program. She was able to, work and provide for the family. And so in her heart, that was enough, that they were together, they weren't in danger, they weren't starving, but there just wasn't enough for any more. And then on Christmas Eve, after she had shared that with her family, there was a knock on the door, and this organization that we support was there with a big basket of food and gifts, and the mother was just broken. She was crying. She was so happy. She explained the situation, how she had just announced to her kids that there would be no Christmas, and then here was this beautiful gift at the door. And when they shared the story in the newsletter, they took a picture of the family and the gifts that they had received and the big smiles on the children's faces. And there was my sponsor child holding the action figures that we had sent. And I tell you, that one really hit home for me. It just made me realize that for such a small amount, I think there was actually a maximum. I could only spend $25, that we really changed that whole family's situation, or I contributed to the change. Of course, it wasn't all on me, but my gift made an impact. And that's just the story that we heard. There were many other stories like that weren't shared in the newsletter. And so again, just a simple challenge to think about what small way can you give, because you just might make someone's Christmas. I'm Jody Rogers. Thanks so much for watching. See you tomorrow.